Welcome back to this third and last episode of repotting Ynse's orchids. Since the flowers are going over and it's not too warm at the moment, I thought I'd just go ahead and repot the Oncidium, Sweet Sugar and the Brassia Treasure. Take them out of their pots, see how many pieces there are and if there are any good roots. Since I also got a Sweet Sugar from a friend, I decided to unpot this one too and put the two plants together in one pot. This way I instantly create a specimen-sized plant that can go on in the future. And when out of the pot, I can immediately see that they are in that crappy coconut pulp stuff that stays wet for too long. And even though these orchids like to be kept moist, the roots staying wet all the time means they will rot. I also remove the sheets at the base of the bulbs, so when new root growth starts, they have a chance to go down straight into the media. And while removing the sheets, the first plant is already coming apart. And there aren't many good roots to work with, so I'll see what I can save, and for the rest I just have to wait for the new shoots to produce new ones. It is what it is, but this is a very strong hybrid, so it will recover in a very short time. The second plant is the one Ynse gifted me, and although this one too is in crappy media, the roots look a whole lot better. Now let's see in how many pieces this one will break up. Since this one is a bit of a climber, I decided to cut off 2 back bulbs, which also gives me the opportunity to check the rhizome. And it's very clean, so no signs of any virus infection there. The Brassia Ynse accidentally repotted before sending, so it came in loose and wobbly in its pot. And the repot and root check was a necessity. To stabilize the plant until I had the chance to repot it, I pressed in some fresh sphagnum moss. And this will come in handy when mixing up the growing media for these orchids. And since Ynse used fresh media for the repot, I'm just going to reuse it. This orchid has 2 new growths coming on either side of the plant, and I must be careful not to damage these because they need to produce new roots to sustain the plant. All the old roots are as good as gone. Both these are fine-rooted, moisture-loving hybrids, so I need to make sure the potting media is a bit more water-retentive. So I'll add approximately 20% of broken and cut sphagnum moss mixed in to small bark and a tiny bit of charcoal. The pots I will be using will be a bit larger than I normally would use, but this way the potting mix will stay a bit more humid around the plants. And since I grow in a home environment, this is a necessity. And because the Brassia is forming new shoots on both sides of the plant, I need to pot it up in the middle of the pot instead of on the side as one normally does. Since the orchid is very unstable in its pot, that's because of the bad root system, I will stabilize it by putting in 2 supporting sticks that will hold the oldest bulb by clamping them together and holding them in place with a flower clip. Potting up the Oncidium sweet sugar won't be that easy, because I want to put together all parts in one pot. So let's try and make a bouquet that hopefully will stay stable without adding any support. To do this, the base of each piece must be at the same height in the pot. And all new growths, preferably, must be on the outside. Not an easy job, but in the end I got them all stable. and finally finished. A job well done, I think. So let's take a closer look at both plants. And here in their decorative pots. This is how they will be displayed and grown in the house. Thanks for visiting my channel again. Next time we'll be looking and repotting 2 of the rarer Paphiopedilum species. Until then.